guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing the most common and probably the most famous tour that you can do out of Ho Chi Minh City, and that is visiting here the Mekong Delta. So we got picked up at our hotel at around 8:30, and it takes about an hour and a half from Ho Chi Minh City to get to here, my pho.
They do drop you off at a pagoda. It wasn't really, it was nice, but it wasn't really of interest to us because it was just another pagoda.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit touristified, didn't it? It seemed a little bit fake, so we thought we'd miss that out and just start it here because that is really what we wanted out of the tour, which was seeing the Mekong Delta. So after about a 10-minute boat ride on the Mekong Delta, we actually went on the front river. They have the front river and the back river on this part of the Delta, but we went on the front. The back is too far away for you to access. You come to here, Unicorn Island. I think this is the most common one that most tours will visit because it is the biggest of the islands and islets around the Mekong.
As you arrive on Unicorn Island, they give you honey tea and they give you a selection of fruits. Whilst you're sitting down enjoying that, they do have some traditional Vietnamese singing going on. But yeah, it's very touristy, but I do think that was quite enjoyable.
You know, after having a tea, it's quite nice honey tea. It's a bit of a strange taste. You get taken along and you get to go on a small little rowing boat along the islands and islets, I believe. I'm not sure how long it lasts, but that'd be good because this bit here does seem really, really touristy. Again, I think that's where you all start. So every tour comes, it doesn't matter who you book it with, you will all start on Unicorn Island. You get to go through this like foresty bit to the boat. Seems like now you're getting a little bit more authentic rather than touristy, which is nice. But the Mekong, they were saying, it actually starts in the Himalayas in the mountains and works its way through 7 or 8 different Asian and Southeast Asian countries like Bangkok, Cambodia, and the delta here is where it meets actual land. So you've got the Mekong River and the Mekong Delta, which is where the river passes through land. But this part of the delta, where it splits into the front and back, is actually where it begins to lead to the sea. So it is the end of this part of the Mekong.
So we're going through the small canal, if you can see up here on Unicorn Island, and as you can see, it is so busy. It's just boat after boat, but we're following it through now. I think they just take you through the trail of the small canal.
It's actually really nice. You go through all the coconut trees. It's actually quite peaceful considering there's so many boats on here. It's really, really peaceful, but you've got to keep your hands inside because apparently, I think it's like a superstition, your fingers will get cut off. So if you don't put your hands outside, because I've been moaned at like 3 or 4 times now. Right, so we're off the boat. It's actually really fun. You go all the way along the coconut village type thing, and then you get off at the end just before it breaks off to the main bit of the Mekong. You stop off here. I think we're about to have lunch.
Just a quick word of warning, if you are on the boats, be prepared to tip. They will always ask for a tip, so do bring a little bit of money with you.
Or they're throwing you in, literally. Literally, we're scared we're going to get thrown in. So I was wrong, this isn't actually lunch. You just stop off and have the proper honey tea, but it's in the bee farm. So if you're a bit scared of bees, run away because the bees are everywhere, but I'm gonna try it. How much are these? Oh, it's nice. Really, really sweet. Fresh. It's like fresh honey, and they put the bee pollen in and mix it together. Really nice. You've got to dodge all these bees that are flying around you.
Whilst drinking the honey tea, they do come round and try and sell you the honey on its own, the bee pollen, and the snacks that they give you. So just a word of warning, just if you don't want it, just literally just leave, because otherwise they'll just hang around and want to buy it.
So after your honey tea, they take you around and put this guy around your neck, but look, they leave him in this all day. It's not fair at all, and they're throwing them about, putting them around people's necks. They should give them a proper enclosure. It's not really fair at all. These are the times where you know that they need to be educated on things and how this animal's got to be treated. Yeah, there was no way I was putting that around my neck. Weren't fair on him at all. I think we're going for lunch now. We're getting back on the boat. I don't know if we're going to another island for lunch. I'm not too sure. Just see where it takes us.
So we've just pulled up at Coconut Island, so I believe this is where we have lunch, but we're now just all going to be seated together. The good thing about this island is after we've had lunch or whatever they want us to do, you actually get free time around the island, so you can get bikes if it's not raining, or walk around the island. So hopefully it's not raining and we can actually get the bikes out.
So we've had lunch and it started to rain. Lunch is quite nice. There's not that much to eat really, not too many options. We've got our bikes and we're going to explore the island, and it has just started to pour, so we're hoping that we can see it all, because they said that we're not meant to ride them if it's raining, but we've ran off and grabbed the bike, so we'll see how this goes. I didn't actually realise how big this island is. It's got its own like small town and stuff like that. You pass through, that's really nice. It's got like small village with shops, hedges. There's even a tattoo shop on here. I can't believe that, because this isn't even one of the biggest of the islands and islets on the Mekong. Probably the most authentic part of the tour so far. I'd definitely recommend rush your lunch and get a bike as soon as possible, because you can just come down this local village here. There's no other tourists, it's just you, and you can ride for as long as you want, because I think you get about half an hour if you eat all your lunch, but if you don't take the hour for lunch, you can have like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You can just explore the island. We are back. We got the best sunset on the way back on the boat. Highly recommend the tour, especially if you're staying in Ho Chi Minh. Gets you out of the hustle and bustle of the city. There were positives, there were negatives. Some things we liked, some things we didn't. But we only paid 15 English pounds for the tour, and I think they're all generic. So you can get them with different prices, but you all do the same things. We booked ours with
Get Your Guide. The reviews are really, really good. One thing we would like to say is that when you are on like the rowing boat, they take you around, you are constantly being reminded to tip. It could not be your boat lady or boatman that's taking you around, it can be all the others, but every single person you met on the boat would go tip, tip.
Tip, 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 yeah. And it makes you feel really awkward.
Uncomfortable.
That was the only, as well as it being touristy in parts, that was the only bad thing we had to say. Like, you went further in to try the wines and stuff like that, the snake vodka and snake wine, or cobra wine, and you go there, but then you might get to try it, but then everything else is just trying to sell you something.
Yeah,
when
it's being shoved in your face.
Yeah,
isn't
for
it?
the price I didn't mind, but you want to experience the Mekong, which is why we really enjoyed it when we got to get to the bikes, we got to explore the islands around the Mekong. But we hope we've shown you what it's like. We hope you do it, because it's definitely worth doing it. But we're going to wrap this one up here, because we are knackered after all of that today. It's been a really long day, really good day. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, drop us a like,
and keep on dabbling.